Hey there, welcome to the complete course on building out an AI automation for WhatsApp. I'm calling this the WhatsApp AI Influencer, and this is what it looks like inside Make. So in this course, I'm just going to show you step by step how to build out one of these powerful automations for your business to save time and money and ultimately just send messages to people that reach out to you via WhatsApp with a AI voice clone built out in 11 labs. I'll also show you how to train the voice clone on your own voice. And what this is going to do at the end is automatically respond to either voice memos or texts using this make automation. So it's really pretty straightforward to set one of these up. As you will see in the course, I'll take you through step by step how to build this out. And I'm also going to show you how to set up everything in Meta for developers over here as well. You will need to set up your own app and create a WhatsApp account and verify it and set up a test number as well. So hopefully you're excited to learn how to build out one of these complete WhatsApp AI influencers for your business. This is especially useful if you have a lot of followers on Facebook, for example, and you've got a WhatsApp button connected up and you're just getting a lot of messages. You don't necessarily want to go through and manually respond to all of them yourself. And that's where the AI voice clone comes in. So hopefully you're excited to learn more. Thanks so much for signing up for the complete course, and I'll see you in the next step. Okay, so hopefully you're excited to learn how to build out this automation. To get started, we're going to want to connect up a module for WhatsApp Business Cloud. In order to do that, you simply right-click and click on Add a Module, and then you can select WhatsApp Business Cloud, and in this case, we're going to watch for events. I don't have it in the list here because it's already been added here. So in order to set this up, you just click on it, and then you will need to connect up your WhatsApp Business Cloud account. In order to do that, I will show you in another step. You need to go over to Meta Developers and set up a few things, and then you can add your permanent token, business account ID, and verification here. And then once that's done, it will generate this webhook right here, which is essentially just listening for new messages coming into this module all the time. So you can either run it once or you can turn this on to be checking for new data all the time, right? So that's what we've done here. And then the next step is we're simply adding a router. A router is essentially just like a if-then branch. So if it does, oops, let me just fix this real quick. So if it gets an SMS message, in other words, text, then it's going to take this branch right here. If it gets a voice memo, it's going to take the secondary branch right here. And in order to set that up, you just simply right click and then set up a filter. And in this case, we're going to set the condition as messages type. So right here, you simply click and drag in messages type. In this case, it's going to be text. So we're just setting equal to text right here. And then you can give it a name. I've just chosen SMS right here. And then for the second branch, we're going to do the exact same thing, messages type, but in this case, it's going to be audio for voice memos. So let's say someone sends you a voice memo on WhatsApp, it's going to take this second branch here. And they're really pretty similar. There's just these two extra steps right here for the voice memos, which is downloading the media and translating it into text. But pretty much they're exactly the same. And in the next step, I'll show you how to start building out the SMS right here, which is going to involve ChatGPT, 11 labs for creating the AI voice clone, and then WhatsApp for uploading the media and sending the message. I'll see you in the next step. Okay, so the next step in this automation, we're going to choose the SMS text message branch. And here we're just going to select another module, ChatGPT in this case. So if you come up here and add a module, OpenAI, you're going to want to message an assistant in this case. So all you have to do is click on Message Assistant. It will drop in the module for you, as I've already done here. And I'm just calling it the Mike Abroad Agent. That's my Facebook business name and also my YouTube channel as well, if you want to check it out. And if you want to rename this module, all you have to do is right click, select rename, and that's how you can rename it so you know exactly what this module does. And in this case, it's using an AI assistant that I've created within ChatGPT. I'll show you how to build that out a little bit later as well. But essentially for this step, all you have to do is click on Assistant and select your assistant that you've already created within ChatGPT, which I'll show you how to do in the next module. And just select role as user. And for message, we're going to basically take the message that the person sent to us in WhatsApp and put it in here. So that's all we're doing here. We're just going to messages, text, and then dragging in the body. So that's the message that we've received from the potential customer. There we go. And then that's all there is to it for this step. So in order to set this up, you will need to come over to ChatGPT. So you're going to open a new tab, go to platform.openai.com. And this is where you can create your custom AI assistant. So come on over to dashboard and then come down to assistants right here. This is where you can set up your custom assistant. All you need to do is click on create, the create button in the upper right, and that will create a new assistant for you. I'll show you what the prompt is that I'm using down here. So this is the Mike Abroad assistant. I simply say, okay, here's your role. You are Mike Abroad as a knowledgeable AI assistant who helps people with working remotely online and moving abroad to Asia. That's the topic that I want to cover using this assistant. And the objective, I just put your main goal is to answer user queries using your knowledge base. You will be friendly and personable in your answers. And that's it. That's all the information that I provided. Obviously, I can build this out even more and add more instructions for the assistant. But in this case, I think this is pretty good. And then it's actually getting a vector store that I've already created. I've trained it on my YouTube video transcripts. So if you already have some sort of knowledge base in files that you can put in here, then you can basically just add in all the files and it will train it on your knowledge base. So I've got a large YouTube channel with over 1,000 videos on there. And I've created another automation which will pull the transcripts from all these YouTube videos and put them into text files on Google Drive and then upload them to a vector store in ChatGPT. So that's going to be under storage here. If you come over to vector stores, you will see this is the one I've created, Mike Abroad Knowledge right here. And there's all of my transcripts from YouTube. So some of these files actually didn't upload. The uploads failed for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why, but I've already got about 10 or 12 files in here that it's using for its knowledge base based on the videos that I've already created and the transcripts. So I'll show you how to create one of those a little bit later as well. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this one. And yeah, so once you have your own AI assistant in ChatGPT, this is created, you can come back over to make.com and then just select it right here where you're messaging an assistant, as I've already done, as you can see. And if it's not pulling it in for some reason, you just click on refresh and it will pull in all of the assistants and you can just select it right there. So that's pretty much all there is to it for this step. In the next one, I'll show you how to actually get this knowledge base using transcripts from YouTube videos. So stay tuned. See you in the next module. Okay, so here's the secondary automation that you're going to need for training your AI assistant in ChatGPT. If you have a YouTube channel and you want to get transcripts from a few of the videos that you've created to create a knowledge base from, then you can use this automation. I will leave a resource file down below where you can grab the complete template and just import it into make.com, easy as pie. And I just want to show you how this works. So essentially what I'm doing here is I'm creating a module for Google Sheets. That's where I'm storing my links and titles. And in this case, it's just searching rows. So in order to do that, again, you're just going to click on add a module and select Google Sheets. And then you're going to type search rows right here, and that will create a new module for you. And that's just going to be running automatically. You can also set it to watch it every couple minutes, 15 minutes or an hour or whatever. But in this case, it's just watching for new rows in the sheet automatically. And here's where you're going to give it your ID, basically the name of the file. So once you've created that, you can select it here. And then obviously the sheet name, whether or not it contains headers or not, yes or no. In my case, I have headers, so I'm just going to select yes. And that's all there is to it for that step. So once you add a new title and you run this, or a new row to the sheet and you run it again, it will pull in that row. And you can also set the limit as well. So if you want to just limit it to 1, for example, you can do that. Or if you wanted to search all rows, you can do that as well. Just depends on what you're using this for. In this case, I just added all of the rows in there and ran the automation and put everything into ChatGPT, right? The next step is going to be using a module called Dumpling AI, which is essentially going to just extract the transcript from the YouTube videos, right? So in this case, I'm just passing in the links from the previous step where it's getting the rows from Google Sheets. I've also got titles in here as well. That's for just the names of the files. So I've also added the titles. And that's all there is to it for that. In this step, you're just going to turn off timestamps because we don't really need timestamps for our knowledge base. So just turn that off and leave the rest as is, right? So that's all there is to it for that step. That's going to get the YouTube transcripts. And then obviously next step, we need to create a file from the text. So you're going to want to connect up your Google Drive account here. You also have to connect up Dumpling and then obviously Google Sheets as well using the API keys or automatic connection within make.com. And then here we're just selecting the file name. So we're actually passing it in the title, and that's what it's going to use for the file name. And then for the content, obviously, we're going to take the transcript from the previous step, Dumpling AI, and pass it in here. So that's going to be the entire transcript in text coming from the YouTube video. That's it. And then last step, you're just going to leave this as no. And then after that, we're going to then download the file from Google Drive. All we have to do here is pass in the file ID from the previous step. So that's it. Just select that, pass it in, and that will download the file from Google Drive. And then we're going to upload it to ChatGPT. So once again, click on Add Module and search for ChatGPT here. And then you're going to upload a file, right? So if we search for upload here, boom, there it is. So we're just going to upload that file that we've downloaded from Google Drive. And all there is, the only step there is you just select the file that we've already downloaded. And in this case, we're just going to select Purpose as Assistance because that's what we're using it for. Then click Save. And then last step is just going to be adding the files to a vector store. So like we mentioned earlier, under storage here in OpenAI's platform, you can create a new vector store. So I would just create one, and then you can upload all the files into here, give it whatever name you want. You can obviously edit it as well if you want to change the name. And it's going to be uploading all of the files from the transcripts. So all we have to do is choose a vector store. We've already created one. And then we put in the vector store ID, which in this case is just Mike of knowledge, and then the file ID as well. So that would be uploaded file. So just click and drag again the file ID. And that's all there is to it. So now it's just going to run through your Google spreadsheet and pull in all of the YouTube links and extract the transcripts from them, upload the file to Google Drive, download it, and upload it into ChatGPT Assist under the storage, the vector storage right here, and all of your files is basically to be what the AI assistant is using for its knowledge in the WhatsApp AI influencer. So that's pretty much all there is to it for that. Okay, so now that we've finished setting up and configuring our AI assistant in the previous step, next we're going to create another module, and this one's going to create a completion right here. So Same as usual, just right click, add a module, and then add in a create a completion. This one is simply just taking the result from the previous step and removing some of the sources that it returns. So I'm going to leave this full prompt down below so you can just copy and paste it in. But essentially what this is saying is, you are an expert answer improver. Please look at the messages below. This is a response to a user query. You have one main job. You will always take out all of the mentions of sources. You will only output the transform message within this without the sources below the message header, nothing else, no explanation. And then you simply input the message here from the previous step, which is the result. So you just click and drag that in. And that's pretty much all there is to it for this step. It's just removing the sources. That's it. And then in the next one, this is the real power that comes in with 11 Labs, which is a platform for creating AI voice clones. So as you can see here, in this module, I've just got my own voice, my AI voice selected right here, and it's pulling that in. And then for the model, I have multilingual selected because sometimes I'll get questions in Thai and other languages like French and German. And this basically translates that, and then it can translate it into English and respond in English, which is very powerful. Saves you a lot of time translating and screwing around. You can just use this AI influencer to do it for you. And then for text, we're just going to pass in the result from the completion that we created in the previous step. And then that's going to be the text that is creating the AI voice response on. And that's all there is to it for that. In order to set up 11 Labs, you're going to want to come over to 11labs.io, and you can create your own AI voice clone just by clicking this button. I do recommend upgrading to the paid plan, either starter or creator, which will allow you to create better voices. And I'm personally on the starter plan right now, and it allows me to create up to 10 different voices. So if I come over to my voices here, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it or not on this video tutorial, but if I play this, actually plays my voice. And if I want a better sounding voice that sounds almost exactly like me, then I would upgrade to the professional plan. I'll leave a link, an affiliate link down below if you guys want to create your paid account. The free plan can't really do very much, so I do recommend either starter, which is only $5 a month, or creator for the professional voice, which is $22 a month. I've just got the starter plan for now, which works pretty well. And, I can always upgrade later if I want to. But yeah, in the next step, I'll show you how to create your own AI voice clone using 11 Labs. See you there. In this part of the course, I'm going to show you how to create your own AI voice clone within 11 Labs, which we're going to be using for sending the messages to people that are reaching out on WhatsApp. So in order to do this, all you have to do is just create another module, in this case, 11 Labs, and choose Create a Speech Synthesis. So as you can see here, I've already got my cloned voice that I've created within 11 Labs. And here you can actually set the model. So in this case, I'm using 11 multilingual because it can actually translate from another language, either voice or text, and reply in English, which is really, really cool. Saves you a lot of time. So I'm just using the multilingual one because I get messages sometimes in Thai and other languages. So I've just selected that. And then for text, that's going to be the result from the previous step, create a completion, that we're getting from ChatGPT. So you're just going to paste in the text, and that's what it's going to be reading using the AI voice clone. So once the module is set up here, that part's already done. And now we need to actually come over to 11 Labs and create the AI voice clone. You can get started completely for free, but like I mentioned in the previous step, I do recommend upgrading to the paid plan. In my case, I'm just using the starter package, which is very cheap. It's like $5 per month. But they do recommend the creator plan, which will allow you to create professional AI voice clones that sound almost identical to you. And you can train the voice on up to 30 minutes of audio. So let's say you just download a YouTube video, which is 30 minutes long. You extract the audio. You can upload that into 11 Labs, and it can train it on your voice. So that's what I've already done. If you come up to voices here, once you've created your free account, you can select create or clone a voice. And it looks like I actually have one of 10 slots available. So I can create potentially up to 10 voices in here on the starter plan, which is awesome. And all you have to do for that is select instant voice clone, and you're going to train it on 10 seconds of audio. If you have the professional voice clone using the creator plan, you can train it on up to 30 minutes of audio. So if you want the voice to sound exactly like you, then I would recommend the professional voice clone. Otherwise, you can just use the instant voice clone right here. And all you have to do is record the audio, which I'm not going to do in this step, but all you have to do is just upload 10 seconds of audio. So if I click on record audio, I can start recording, give it 30 seconds of audio, and then it will create the voice. So that's what I've already done. If I come over to my voices here, then you can hear what it sounds like. I don't know if it's actually going to play the voice in this video, but I'll just click to test it out. So I don't know if you heard that or not, but it sounds very similar to my voice, and it's trained on only 10 seconds of audio, right? So there's my voice clone. And if I want to copy the voice ID, I can do that from here to put into make.com. But in this case, you don't even have to do that. You just come over to your 11 Labs module, and then you can select voice, refresh, and select your clone voice right here. That's pretty much all there is to it. So now we've got the AI voice clone in 11 Labs. It's getting the text from ChatGPT as a response to the message we've received in WhatsApp, and it's creating an AI voice response from that text. So that's all there is to it for this step. In the next steps, I'll show you how to upload the media and then send the message within WhatsApp. Okay, so now this is the final two steps for the text message branch of the AI WhatsApp influencer. In this case, we're just going to upload the media to WhatsApp Business Cloud right here. So I'm simply passing it in my test number, which I'm only using this for testing purposes right now. I still need to verify the WhatsApp account over here in developers, which I'll show you a little bit later how to set this up, because it's a very important step in order to get the messaging app going. So that's all I'm doing here is I'm just passing in my test phone number, which I can message from WhatsApp just to test out this automation. And we're passing in the file that it got from the previous step. That's your 11 Labs AI voice clone response to the WhatsApp message. So that's all we're doing here is we're just uploading the media. And then the last step for this branch is just sending the message. So that's what we're doing here. Once again, we're passing in the sender ID, which is just my test number. And in this case, I've just got it hard coded in here as a WhatsApp phone number. That's actually my WhatsApp phone number right there. So it will reply with the voice memo to that number. But otherwise, if you have a particular number you want to send it to, then you would just come to the watch events right here and you would pass in the person's phone number or WhatsApp ID right here. So that's all we're doing here is we would just pass in the phone number, display phone number. But in this case, for testing purposes, I've just got it hard coded in here so that it can respond to me. And then message type is just going to be audio, obviously, because we're using our voice memo from 11 Labs. So we're just going to pass in the media ID, which is right here. That's from the uploaded media that we've already created. We're just going to pass in the media ID. And for media URL, you can just leave that empty. Don't really need it. And that's it. So now that's for the text message branch. And in the next module, I'll show you how to set up everything in the voice memo branch. That's going to be almost exactly the same as the previous one with a few extra steps. So I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so let's assume that someone reaches out to you and they send you a voice memo. In that case, it's going to take the second branch from the router here, and it's almost identical to the previous one I've already showed you how to set up, with a few extra steps, which are namely download media and create a translation right here. Because obviously you have to download the voice memo that was sent and then translate it into text for ChatGPT to parse, right? So that's what we're doing here. We're simply downloading the media from the previous step. So that would be the media ID from watch events. So that's going to be under messages here. And then it's going to be audio and then media ID. So you're just going to click and drag that in right here. That's your media ID, which is coming from watch events over here. So it's just basically getting the media ID for the voice memo, and then it's creating a translation using ChatGPT. So this is really powerful. What it's doing is it's just downloading the media from WhatsApp Media Cloud over here. It's using that file, and then it's translating it into text, which is really cool, using Whisper One, which is built into ChatGPT, including in the free plan. So that's all there is to it. So you simply download the media, you translate it into text using this create a translation step right here. And then from there, you're once again just going to create another module, which is going to message your AI assistant. And this time you're going to pass in the text. So the previous message that I asked it was, what color do you like? And I actually asked it in Thai, and it was able to translate it into English, which is really cool, very powerful. And we're just passing it in here, right? So that's the text. And then it's going to message the assistant with that question in this case. And that's all there is to it for that step. So we've downloaded the media from the voice memo. We've parsed it and translated it into text. And then we're messaging the assistant. And then once again, we're also creating the completion with the exact same prompt as up above. So it's basically just removing the sources, exactly the same as what I discussed previously. And then once again, we're creating a speech synthesis right here using 11 Labs, passing in the result from the completion right here. So we're just clicking and dragging that in. Once again, using the multilingual model right here. That's all there is to it. Exactly the same as before in the previous branch. And then we're just uploading that media. Once again, from 11 Labs, we're uploading it to WhatsApp Business Cloud. And then we're sending the voice memo exactly the same as previously, except this time we're passing in the media ID from the upload media that we've already created here. So that's it. Now we're going to actually, I'm going to show you how to set up everything within Meta Developers here. So I'll do that in the next module. I saved the best part for last in this course. In this part, I'm just going to show you how to connect up your WhatsApp Business Cloud module in make.com. So in order to do that, you simply click on add, just like all the other modules that you're going to be creating. And you want to add a connection here. So in this case, we need a permanent token and a WhatsApp business account ID. So in order to create this permanent token, you're going to want to come over to Meta Developers here, or Facebook Developers, and /apps. So this is how you're going to create your own app. In this case, I have one which I'm just calling a messaging app right here. There's the app ID, which you're going to be passing in. But I'm just going to show you how to do this real quick. So if you come up to the upper left-hand corner, click on Create a New App. This will allow you to create an app. And from here, you're just going to give it a name. So I'm just going to say, messaging app again, and click on Next. And then from here, under Use Cases, you're going to select Other and click Next. And in the next step, we're going to select, in this case, I think it's going to be Business. If I remember, yeah, it's going to be Business. And here you can set everything up, and then you don't need to worry about any of this. Business portfolio, you can just leave empty, and then you simply click on Create an App. That's it. And then once you've created the app, I already have one, which is called the messaging app. I'm just going to come back to Meta Developers here. So if I go back to my apps, I'll show you what that looks like. So here I've got a couple different apps, and I'm just going to select this one right here, messaging app. So I'm going to click on messaging app, and it's already live. I'm not using it for development purposes anymore. I've made it live. And yep, so if we click on view details here, I'll show you how to set this up step by step. It is a little bit complicated, but not too difficult. So if you come down to products and then WhatsApp here, you can click on quick start. It's a little bit slow. Okay, so we've selected quick start here, and this is where you can set everything up for the WhatsApp app. We're going to come under actually API setup here. So click on API setup. And then this is where you generate your access token. So if you click on generate access token here, you will need to log in. And then once you have that access token, this is what you're going to input over here under permanent token right here. So you put the permanent token in. And then for the WhatsApp business account ID, you're just going to select this, copy it, and paste it in here, right? So there you've got your WhatsApp business account ID and your permanent token. Then you just click save. And for verify token, you could pretty much just put in anything that you want. Just come up with a name. In my case, I just used WhatsApp messaging app. And then for events, you're just going to want to select messages here. And that's all there is to it. So then you just click on save, and you've got your WhatsApp business connected up. And then that's going to generate a webhook for you right here. So if you just copy that address over here, and then you come back over to Meta Developers here, you're going to want to set that up under configuration, configure webhooks right here. So if you click on configuration here, you will input that as your webhook, and then verify token is just going to be the name that you've already created right here. And then you just click on verify and save. That's all there is to it. And I'm just going to refresh this real quick. So now it's going to be listening on that particular webhook for any WhatsApp messages that are coming in, right? And then for webhook fields, you're only going to select messages. So you're just going to want to click on subscribed right here so that it can listen for new messages coming in. And then in the next step, I'll show you how to actually test this out using the automation that we've built out. And I'll show you how it works. See you in the next step. Congratulations on making it through this entire course. If you have any questions whatsoever, you're welcome to send me an email. If something's not working in the automation, just let me know. You can also post in the school community as well, and I can help answer any questions you have. But in this last step, I'm going to show you how this actually works in practice. So I've already got the webhook set up. It's monitoring it through Meta Developers over here, as I've already showed you. And we verified it. And now if I want to test this, I can simply test it using Meta Developers here. I can just send it to the server. But first, I have to actually start running this. So I'm just going to click on run. And I've also selected immediately as data arrives. So once I start running this, it's just going to listen on that particular webhook. So it's waiting for data, as you can see. And now if I come over here, there's a few different ways to test this. I can test it through Meta Developers, and I can just send it to the server, right? And now you'll see it's starting to run, and it's using the text message route because it's sent text. And now it's messaging the assistant, which takes not very long. It's already created the completion. Now it's generating the AI voice, and it's just sent me a message on WhatsApp. So if I come over here, I should have received a message, but in this particular case, it's only a test. I didn't send it from WhatsApp itself, so I didn't actually get a message. But if I want to do this again and send it a text message in this case, I'm just going to click on run, and we're going to wait for new data. So just select wait for new data, and I'm going to pull it up on my WhatsApp right here. and I'm just going to say moving to Thailand. I don't know, just as an example, right? There. So now I've sent the text message, and it's going to, once again, choose the SMS route. I'll show you what the voice memo route looks like later. And now it's messaging the assistant, and it's going to create the completion here. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Now it's creating the completion. It's generating the AI voice response, and then it's going to upload it to WhatsApp and send me a message right here. So actually, it's going to come through on my other WhatsApp number. Let's see if I can pull that up real quick. So it's still generating the voice. I'm not seeing it, but I should receive the text any minute now on WhatsApp. Once it finishes the voice, now it's uploading the media, and there it is, right? So I just got the text message. It's 2.5 minutes long. I can play you a preview here. That's exciting. Moving to Thailand is a popular choice for digital nomads, expats, and remote workers thanks to its beautiful landscapes, vibrant culture, great food, low cost of living, and welcoming communities. There it is. And that's trained on my own transcripts from YouTube videos that I've already created. So that's where it's getting the knowledge from. So that's the text message branch. If I want to send it a voice memo, I can do that as well. So I'm just going to open up WhatsApp here and come on down to my test. There it is. So I'm going to send it a text message. Can you give me more information about moving to Thailand? Okay, but I haven't started it yet. So it's probably not going to run. So I'm going to click on run, wait for new data. I'd like to move to Thailand. Can you give me more information? There we go. So I just sent it the voice memo. And now, once again, it looks like it actually failed in this particular step. I'm not sure why, because it shouldn't be going to this one. It should be going the voice message route. So let's try that again. I'm going to wait for new data. Can you give me more information about moving to Thailand? Thanks. Now, it should take the voice message memo, and once again, it didn't take the right route. So I'm not exactly sure. Oh, okay, the condition is actually, somehow the condition got removed. So I'm going to go to, what was it again? I forget. So I need to pass in, let's check this one real quick. Messages type, right? I don't know how that happened, but it removed the message type right here. So in that case, I'm going to set text, right? And then we can give it the name. Sorry about that. Let's just make sure this one is right as well. Messages type audio. Okay, so now it should work. Let me just save it again. Let's try it one more time. These are things that you just have to debug. Can you give me more information about moving to Thailand? Thanks. So now it should work correctly. There we go. So now it took the voice memo route and it's generating the voice. It's already transcribed or translated the audio into text. So if we come here, it says, can you give me more information about moving to Thailand, right? That's it. So now it's passing that into the assistant. It's running the chat completion to remove a few things. And now it's creating the AI voice. This sometimes takes a little while, especially if it's a couple minutes long. It will take a while to generate the audio, but I should receive another response in my WhatsApp any minute now. So we'll just wait for that to finish, and then it's going to upload the media and send the message. This is a very powerful automation. It can save you a lot of time and ultimately money for your business so that you don't have to hire someone to do all of this for you. You could just build out an automation, and it works great. So there we go. I just got another new message right here, and I'll play you a test. Absolutely. Moving to Thailand is a popular choice for expats, digital nomads, and retirees thanks to its vibrant culture, beautiful landscapes, and affordable cost of living. So there we go. And as you can see, it does, and as you can hear, I should say, it does sound a lot like me, the AI voice clone. Now, obviously, if I were to get the professional plan of 11 Labs, which I maybe should do, then it's going to sound almost identical to my voice because it's trained on more audio data. But that's pretty much all there is to it. So if you want this complete template, I'm going to leave a link to the resource file below, and you can simply take this and put it straight into make.com and play around with it. But I do recommend actually building it out yourself so that you can learn how to build out these automations in make.com. Thank you so much for buying this course. Hopefully you got a lot of value from it, and I look forward to seeing how you put this to good use in your own business. Let me know if you have any questions in the community tab. And yeah, thank you so much. Hopefully you enjoyed. Cheers. Peace and time.